This is completely a non-partisan group of people behind you. These are considered some of the best in the business.
And by my count, there should be 16 advisors back there because Warren Buffett, who was also in attendance at the conference, was on the phone. So it should be the president-elect and 16 top economic advisors.
And 17 because Rahm Emanuel is standing
Rahm Emanuel is there, and we're sure Robert
right
Gibbs is somewhere in the background. So that kind of gives us an indication of exactly, who's accepted and who hasn't. The president-elect, again, gave us a 3-minute warning. 3 minutes ago, so he should be walking out at any point in time. Alexis, go ahead.
I was going to say one of the names to keep an eye on there is William Donaldson. He's the former SEC chair. He's a great
with the Bush administration.
Yeah, he's a great name to watch because he was really, really tough, and he was trying to crack down on some of the issues in the marketplace, and that was kind of, some people speculate why he wound up sort of getting the push off out of the job. But one of the biggest things they need to address, as you know, is going to be the regulatory environment and how they approach that. And he was a big proponent of change and cracking down on things. The fact that William Donaldson is there is going to suggest that the role of SEC chair is going to be crucial in this next administration. Rarely right now are we seeing that much of Christopher Cox right now as he's trying to address some of those issues.
And here comes President-elect Barack Obama taking to the podium along his side with the vice presidential, the new vice president, Joe Biden.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. This morning we woke up to more sobering news about the state of our economy. The 240,000 jobs lost in October marks the 10th consecutive month that our economy has shed jobs. In total, we've lost nearly 1.2 million jobs this year, and more than 10 million Americans are now unemployed. Tens of millions of families are struggling to figure out how to pay the bills and stay in their homes. Their stories are an urgent reminder that we are facing the greatest economic challenge of our lifetime, and we're going to have to act swiftly to resolve it. Now, the United States has only one government and one president at a time. And until January 20th of next year, that government is the current administration. I've spoken to President Bush. I appreciate his commitment to ensuring that his economic policy team keeps us fully informed as developments unfold. And I'm also thankful for his invitation to the White House. Immediately after I become president, I'm going to confront this economic crisis head-on by taking all necessary steps to ease the credit crisis, help hardworking families, and restore growth and prosperity. This morning, I met with members of my Transition Economic Advisory Board, who are standing behind me alongside my Vice President-elect Joe Biden. They will help to guide the work of my transition team, working with Rahm Emanuel, my Chief of Staff, in developing a strong set of policies to respond to this crisis. We discussed in the earlier meeting several of the most immediate challenges facing our economy and key priorities on which to focus on in the days and weeks ahead. First of all, we need a rescue plan for the middle class that invests in immediate efforts to create jobs and provide relief to families that are watching their paychecks shrink and their life savings disappear. A particularly urgent priority is a further extension of unemployment insurance benefits for workers who cannot find work in the increasingly weak economy. A fiscal stimulus plan that will jumpstart economic growth is long overdue. I've talked about it throughout the last few months of the campaign. We should get it done. Second, we have to address the spreading impact of the financial crisis on the other sectors of our economy. Small businesses that are struggling to meet their payrolls and finance their holiday inventories, and state and municipal governments facing devastating budget cuts and tax increases. We must also remember that the financial crisis is increasingly global and requires a global response. The news coming out of the auto industry this week reminds us of the hardship it faces, hardship that goes far beyond individual auto companies to the countless suppliers, small businesses, and communities throughout our nation who depend on a vibrant American auto industry. The auto industry is the backbone of American manufacturing and a critical part of our attempt to reduce our dependence on foreign oil. I would like to see the administration do everything it can to accelerate the retooling assistance that Congress has already enacted. In addition, I've made it a high priority for my transition team to work on additional policy options to help the auto industry adjust, weather the financial crisis, and succeed in producing fuel-efficient cars here in the United States of America. And I was glad to be joined today by Governor Jennifer Granholm, who obviously has great knowledge and great interest on this issue. I've asked my team to explore what we can do under current law and whether additional legislation will be needed for this purpose. Third, we will review the implementation of this administration's financial program to ensure that the government's efforts are achieved